Level, you could be the greatest individual in football history.
We are back with another video. Finally, a bit of positivity. I feel like with the Milinkovic-Savic link. I don't know how everyone else is feeling, but we'll discuss it. Ty, Biz, how you two doing?
I'm blessed, man. I'm glad to be on here again, and the season's actually began, so we can talk about the games, positives, negatives, and still the transfer window, man. But yeah, it's one of them ones, isn't it? You know, it's going to be long, but we just got to get through it, man.
Biz, how you doing?
Yeah, not too bad, bro. Could be better, man. Would have been nice to start, first show back of the new season with a win, but it is what it is, innit? We move.
Anyway, like the video, people. Subscribe, because we're still going to give you good energy and positivity in some ways. Don't worry. You know how we do.
Listen, at least Arnautovic ain't coming, innit? That's a positive, first of all. Let's discuss the Arnautovic thing. I'll be honest. I'm delighted he's not coming. I'm delighted. I didn't want him anywhere near the club. That's green desperation. There was no point in you signing Arnautovic because he works with him in 2009. That was basically the reasoning.
Do you know, on a different circumstances, I wouldn't have minded Arnautovic if he was coming in to be like a squad player. So like how when Liverpool got Shaqiri, like,
can you hear that?
Is that mad feedback? Is that for me?
Let me shut my window. People are drilling outside. One second.
Seen.
1 second. Hold it, bitch. 5 seconds. 2 seconds. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, so the way when Liverpool signed Shaqiri, obviously they got him in after they'd got all their hitters in, like the Salahs, Manes, Firmino, and obviously Shaqiri comes in and plays like a bit part whenever, give the Salah or Mane the night off. I wouldn't have minded if Arnautovic was going to be that for us, but I feel like he was coming in to be a star. Do you know what I'm saying?
I disagree. I think it would have been second or third choice behind Ronaldo and Martial if Ronaldo stays. And then maybe Arnautovic can do a job on the left-hand side as well, on the odd occasion.
33, not on the left. I think he was coming in. He was coming to hold bench. He's coming to be an option last 20 minutes.
No, but I said on the odd occasion kind of thing, isn't it?
On the odd occasion, yeah. He'd start occasional games, like, the Carabao Cup ones, and sometimes he want a bit of a flat chat bully. He's a bit old school. He can hold it up. He can link it up. He's got that nasty streak in him. But I don't think Arnautovic would ever come to be a starter. Bologna is the main man there up front, number 9. They love him there. But at us, you could definitely tell it was it'd be a stopgap for like a year, or like an Igalo. Like an Igalo move. Yeah. That's how I was kind of looking at it.
But that's something we criticize as fans, isn't it? Igalo, Cavani, short-term signings. Then we'll make another one after we'll be linked to someone like Benjamin Sesko throughout the last couple of weeks.
I think it's something.
Let's talk about Milinkovic-Savic, though, innit? Let's talk about Milinkovic-Savic, because I can't lie. United apparently
now, innit?
Fully gassed.
Now I'll be honest, man. Like that does give me a bit of confidence, isn't it? Because United, according to Samuel Ducker, is very reliable, preparing a £57.5 million bid. I like it. I'll be honest. I've seen a couple of people saying he's not the guy that we need the profile in terms of he's not the guy in the first phase. But I said this: watch where Scott McTominay plays for us in this 10-arg team. Scott McTominay is not involved in that build-up, by the way. Like, if you're looking at it. Like, I remember in the group chat, I even said, look how high Scott McTominay is on the weekend.
Yeah,
he's not involved in the build-up at all, by the way.
He basically uses a box-to-box, which is actually Milinkovic-Savic's position.
Yeah, like
and how much better is... This is how I look at it. I said it with people... I was chatting with Chazza and 15 yesterday, and we're talking about Rabiot. And obviously, a lot of people say, "Oh, Rabiot, I don't want him. I get it. Like he's not that great." And I hear it. He hasn't kicked on since he's been at Juve, especially with the PSG years. But I don't want to be this type of fan that's just like settling. But I'm like, is he better than McTominay? Is he an instant upgrade? Can he ball carry and stuff like that? Yes. Is he talented? Can Ten Hag potentially get something out of him? Yes, he might be able to with Rabiot. So I said I would take him. I get it. It's not a De Jong. It's not a Basuma. It's not Matthias Nunes. I said it yesterday. But at least it's someone who's better than what we've got, and we need that depth in that area. But wait, this I'm coming to Milinkovic-Savic. But then you get McTominay in that number 8 role, who's a right footer, which means Fred and Milinkovic-Savic can play together, which is good because you ain't gonna have 2 left footers in the team, which is Rabiot. So Fred and Milinkovic-Savic, and he's playing in that box-to-box number 8 role, which you need to be hybrid, you need to be mobile, you need to be good on the ball, you need to be good physically. Listen. Milinkovic-Savic for 57 million. I know we've had the hype of like the Nicholas Gaitan for 5 years. We had the Wesley Sneijder back in 2010 linked for 4 years. Milinkovic-Savic is one of them ones that's been linked to us for about 3-4 years now. However, at 27, 28, I think he's now 27. Perfect age. He's ready for a move. He's done everything he can at Lazio. He is an instant upgrade for 57 million, Bains. I don't think we can find many other midfielders out there that can kind of do a bit of everything. He even chips in with goals from set pieces.
Wait, you know what, yeah? Before we talk about Milinkovic-Savic, I want to talk about the Rabiot thing, innit? But let me answer the super chats first. Big up HK and Music. He said, guys are racing. We don't need that out of club. We need to get Gakpo. Or talk about Gakpo as well, because we were talking about him in the group chat before, innit? So we'll hold that for a second. And he also said Rabiot taking McTominay's position. And this is what I wanted to touch on. Should the reasoning in terms of everyone keeps saying, yeah, let's sign Rabiot, for example, the people that want him because he's better than McTominay, should that be the level? Because I'll be honest, like, you can't justify signing Rabiot because he's better than McTominay and Fred. I don't want to hear that.
15 million, 20 million for me, McTominay. I was at the game Sunday. I'm going to say this, Bains. Fucking shit. Fucking shit.
And that's what I think of Rabiot.
I'm telling you that, yeah. But I actually think Rabiot is definitely better than what McTominay is. And I know he's inconsistent, but talent-wise, he's still got in a French squad, still been in around some top teams. Like, he is still a capable footballer. Like, at the end of the day, I'm not screaming, oh my God, I want Rabiot. But if you're telling me right now in the situation we're in, 15 million, Adrien Rabiot comes to the club and can Ten Hag get a tune out of him, I'm not going to sit here and say no, because we're going to sign other players potentially alongside him. If you get Rabiot and Milinkovic-Savic, to be fair, that's not actually
I'm all right with that. I'm
exactly,
Biz.
What do you
but I'm just talking about Rabiot as a player. Tell me one thing he excels at.
I think his ball carrying is actually all right. I think he's a bit of a glider sometimes, you know.
And what else?
He's quite mobile. So, yeah, I think he's quite mobile.
Really, then again, I was going to say he brings a kind of a physical demand, but that's what kind of McTominay does as well, isn't it? So,
yeah, but McTominay can't pass or nothing. I'm not saying that he's the best passer, Rabiot, but at least Rabiot can pass a ball. Do you know what I'm saying?
You know his progressive passing numbers were less than Scott McTominay last year.
Yeah, I hear that, but I judge that myself. I'm not into the stat business.
No, but I'm just saying, innit? And someone said it's 20 million euros here. I just think, look.
So, all right, babe, you want to suffer? You want to suffer with McTominay, do you, over Rabiot?
No, I'm giving solutions right now. You have to you have to hear me out. You could spend what I know he's probably going to go Juve right now, yeah. But Paredes is available. Paredes is better than Rabiot.
I don't know why we're not in for him. I agree.
I'm not even a big Tielemans fan, but Tielemans is available for 25-30 million. Like, we're not breaking the bank on these players. That Kone guy from Borussia Mönchengladbach, how much would he cost? Like, these are just cheap signings I can think of on the top of my head in terms of that midfield area.
Yeah, 100%. I'm a big fan of Paredes, actually. I'm not saying I'm a big fan of he's amazing, but he definitely would instantly improve us.
And HKM Music says, yes, it should be. You know how these boards operate. Yeah, but for example, just because the board operate like that doesn't mean you can't critique it. Like, our reasoning for signing players shouldn't be they're better than our starting 11 players. They're better than McTominay. Because
that's where we're at right now in some parts of the game.
Ty, let me ask you this here. Let's be honest, Rabiot's probably been offered to every single big club in Europe. Yeah? And we're probably one of the only clubs silly enough to pay his wage.
Yeah, I think he was, 170k maybe?
Yeah. And let's be honest, we should have learned from Cavani. Every big club was offered Cavani. We were the only one silly enough to pay 10 million agent fees and his wage. So when we go back to what has changed at United, as much as I praised Murto before, this is the exact same nonsense we criticised under Ed Woodward.
Yeah, and this is
the issue. Quickly, yeah.
Go on.
One more point on Rabiot. We've always criticised their dressing room, yeah, in terms of team harmony and all of that stuff. And then you want to add Rabiot, who in terms of, what do we say? We've seen the problems that have come with Rabiot before in the past in terms of him in the dressing room, him and his mum. Why are we adding that sort of character into the dressing room?
When we're just getting rid of it.
Yeah. Like, people, I don't agree with it, but people say I agree with you with the bad eggs, and then you want to add Rabiot.
I agree with you. I agree with you in that sense, because obviously we're trying to get rid of that notion in a dressing room. But I think where, like, your point is correct, and where I also think it's wrong at the same time, there's Ismail Benacer. There isn't players like you just named. I can't remember who it was. Who was the other centre mid you just said? My mind's gone blank.
Paredes,
that's it. Them type of players, right? So I would, if you gave me the choice, I would go for them. So it's not like I don't want them. I would go for them, Bains, if Manchester United were linked to them and they said, all three of these are options, I'll pick them two ahead of Rabiot in order. However, what I do here when I sit and talk to you as a Man United fan, I talk about what's happening right now. The Benitez, the Paredes, because they're not linked to them, I've got to talk about Rabiot. And if I want Rabiot, and do I think I want him to sign? I'm not massive on it, but like I said to you, I do think in the need we are in right now, it is an upgrade. If Manchester United were in a position where we're competing for Champions League or getting the Champions League comfortably, or doing top four and we're increasing and getting better, you can see it. Then I'll be like, oh, is Rabiot needed? But I think when you're a bit more desperate and your squad is very shit, to be honest, you kind of have to lower your expectations and to get some players and you can kind of kickstart that pedestal. And if Rabiot comes for 2 years and does okay, then I'm for it. As long as we get someone else with him, I don't.
But it depends though. What is the deal that we're getting for Rabiot? Is it a short term? Is it a long term? Like,
I reckon his mum will negotiate a 3-year deal because he's 27.
Exactly. Then don't you see the problem? He's 27. We're gonna give him a 3-year deal. We don't know if he's gonna perform in the Premier League. We know the ego that the
15-20 million though.
No, but then these are the exact same things that we always say. Short-term signings, then we struggle to get them off our books.
Yeah, that's the issue.
Then what are we gonna be? Then what are we doing? Because let's be honest, United is no such thing as short-term. Short-term signings become long-term signings.
I just think it's a depth signing, and for 15-20 million, an international player, and potentially, and do you know what it is? I'll see what Biz says, because I know me and you are just going back and forth. It's like me and you are the new Biz now this season. But it's like, at the end of the day, everyone's saying this about Rabiot. No one knows if he's going to come in and actually be shit. He might be all right, but no one just wants to think like that because we're in a rut right now. Biz, I want to hear what you think about this Rabiot team, because me and Bains are going back and forth.
Wait, let me answer the super chats quickly.
Yeah.
HK Music said, how many big clubs take McTominay? Not many.
None of the top 10 in the Premier League.
Listen, I think that's generous. I don't think any of the top 15 take him. No, you're laughing, but come on, man.
No, because you're probably right.
Like, who was the last club linked with him? I feel like it was Southampton, didn't it?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
I think
Newcastle maybe as well.
Let's be honest, Southampton are probably going to be fighting in a relegation battle this year.
Yeah, I agree. I said this to Biz on the phone, didn't it, Biz?
I think Southampton all right, man.
And he said Frenkie de Jong and Rabiot was miles ahead of Fred and McTominay. Yeah, listen, I've agreed with this, by the way. I've said Rabiot was better than McTominay and Fred. That don't mean I want him. I just think he's crap. Or he's not a big enough of an upgrade where I'm like, yeah, we have to pay the money.
I think he's crap, man. Let's be honest, bro. Like, I think he's got 30 appearances for France. And bro, that France team is, bro, that is got to be one of the hardest.
No, stop, man. Let Biz talk, please.
That's got to be one of the hardest national teams to get into. And he's got 30 appearances, bro, in 6 years, I think? That's pretty decent for me. Like, I'm not going to lie. But if he's just coming to be the sole midfielder of our transfer for this summer, then it's a no-go. But if he's coming with like a De Jong or I don't know, like Paredes or Milinkovic-Savic, I'm all for it because we need numbers, man. We need bodies in that midfield, and we're dying right now, bro. Beggars can't be choosers. I feel like we have to make this deal happen.
You're desperate. That's what it screams at. You're desperate.
Bro, it's not desperate. I'm with Biz. He's not shit, Bains. Like, I get it.
No,
he
but
might not be
does
as
this
good as what
desperation?
other... You know what? What do you class as shit? You're comparing shit to maybe the best midfielders in the world, right? Rabiot isn't shit. Like, let's be real. Like, he's still...
Okay, let's be honest. We're competing with a club like Arsenal. Would Arsenal sign him?
It wouldn't even surprise me if a year ago you said Arsenal signing Rabiot at all.
No, but come on, man. Arsenal would never sign a player like Rabiot. Arteta would never sign a player like Rabiot.
If Rabiot was playing for Arsenal, it wouldn't like be one of them ones where I'm like overly shocked because he's still like an international player, French playing at PSG, playing at Juve.
No, but I'm saying
we're going to go to some sort of European team. You're really against this. I'm surprised, you know.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
I can't believe you don't afford this.
No, but I'm for it being calculative, like in terms of if Milinkovic-Savic comes in, you've got a left-footed Rabiot, you've got right-footed Milinkovic-Savic, you've got Fred, you've got Van der Beek, you've got better options.
No, but I said forget Milinkovic-Savic, forget the other midfield. I'm just talking Rabiot right now as a player.
Right. Okay, let me ask you this. Because you're talking about any other player. I said to you already, I would take Paredes, I would take Fabian Ruiz, I would take Benacer, I would take different players. But for me, if you're saying 15 or 20 million, yeah, and this is for you and Biz, you said, right, we don't sign anyone or we sign Rabiot. What are you doing, Bains? I'm snapping my hand off and saying Rabiot can come. If that's the only one it's going to be, I want Rabiot rather than having no one. Would you,
so basically this question.
So Statman,
if the ball told
yeah, there you go. Oh, big up HKN. Yeah, what are you going to do? Because for me, I'm taking Rabiot all day. Big up HKN. What are you going to do?
Would you then rather develop, because I saw Hardy's tweet yesterday, innit? Would you rather develop someone like Ghana, Zidane, Iqbal, Charlie Savage than give Rabiot minutes? Because Hardy said you rather develop the players than sign Rabiot.
I think both. I think you can do both.
Yeah, you can do both.
No, but if you have to choose one.
You can't choose one. That's impossible to choose one.
It's a hypothetical
It's impossible
situation.
to choose one, bruv, man. It's impossible to choose one. Because we're going to see the youngers regardless.
No, but would you rather get Zidane, Iqbal, and them not getting more minutes, or would you sign Rabiot?
I don't think it really affects them getting minutes, bruv, because they didn't get minutes on Sunday with Rabiot not being there.
Yeah, but then if you sign Rabiot, that's another player in front of him.
I sign Rabiot.
Yeah, I'd sign Rabiot, bruv, man. We need to break up that McFred mold, fam.
Yeah, and also, I feel like with it, sometimes they're placing too much hype on the youth. All right, you guys, I've got to take a phone call. 1 sec, I'm still here. I'm going to take a phone call.
Calm. HK Music said Rabiot's better than Xhaka. I think that's debatable.
Yeah, it is debatable.
I'll be honest, I'm taking Xhaka.
What is it? Because you know what you're gonna get from him.
I'll be honest, I have an agenda against Rabiot. I'm gonna admit it. I can't be asked. I can't be asked. I have an agenda against Rabiot. I'm gonna say it right now.
Why? What from Juve, PSG? Why?
Of course. Listen. Yeah, when people say I've never watched Rabiot, come on, Ronaldo's my guy.
Yeah,
I was watching Juve because of him. I know Rabiot's not that guy. I watch France. I don't rate Rabiot. Man. And big up HK Music again. Said this fan base and owners won't give enough time to tell him to develop players. He'll be sacked. Yeah, to be fair, that's a fair point. That's a fair point in terms of the youngsters and stuff. Let's be honest. You know how impatient fans are. If things are going wrong, people are going to blame Ten Hag kind of thing, isn't it? So I get why you'd want a bit more of a senior player. That's understandable. Actually, that's a good point. Someone said Monaco might get Rabiot as well. Yeah, we were talking about this before. If Monaco get Champions League, which they could if they beat PSV today.
What, is it the second leg today?
Yeah, I think the first leg was 1-1, I think, isn't it?
Okay, all right. So if Monaco win, that's him basically. Monaco bound back to France.
Back to France. We could imagine that.
And then that could give us a better possibility of signing Cody Gakpo.
But why do you wait? So just so I'm coming back, I'm guessing are you talking about Rabiot going to Monaco and then Gakpo?
Yeah, I'm going to move on.
You're saying based on the result tonight, you feel like if Monaco go through, they get Rabiot, and then Gakpo could be more available because he wants the Champions League team.
I'll be honest here. You see this here. Don't get me wrong. If Rabiot signs, I'll actually back him in it. But for now, until he's not a United player, I'm going to have an agenda.
Yeah, you have. Do you know what? I was going to say this. This is the strongest I've really seen you be against something.
No, but don't get me wrong. Yeah, as soon as we sign Rabiot, you know me, I'm shameless. Xhaka come outside. Thomas Partey come outside. I'm coming for everyone kind of thing, innit? But for now, this ain't it in my eyes, isn't it? This ain't it.
Who would you rather then? So would you rather Monaco lose tonight and then we get Rabiot, or would you rather PSV lose tonight and then we get Gakpo? Like this person says
Monaco winning favours us in every way. Because Monaco win, they get Champions League football, then they sign Rabiot. And then obviously if Monaco win, PSV out, and then we got a better chance of signing Cody Gakpo.
No, that's what I'm saying. So I'm saying to you, would you want Monaco? Who do you want out of the two? So I'm saying if Monaco win, right, then we've got a better chance of signing Gakpo. If PSV win, we've got a better chance of signing Rabiot because he won't be in the Champions League with Monaco. So I'm saying, what do you want? Do you want Gakpo to come or do you want Rabiot to come?
Gakpo.
So you want PSV to lose tonight?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I was asking.
No, but if PSV lose, Monaco win, they also get Rabiot.
Yeah, so that's good for you because you don't want Rabiot.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
I need Monaco to win no matter what.
Yeah, so you want Monaco to win. What about you, Biz? Do you have a preference?
I'm not fast to tell you the truth, man. We just need numbers, bro.
I hear you.
But I think PSV are at home, innit?
PSV at home, yeah, and it's 1-1 first leg. Yeah, and the thing is with Gakpo, though,
no way goals, isn't it?
We just, you know what, like we need wingers, man. I'll be honest with you, man. Like I was watching Sancho, I was watching Rashford. Rashford can't get past the man now. Like he was kicking the ball down the touchline, and he weren't getting there. Veltman kept tackling him every single time. His confidence in front of goal just wasn't there. And Jadon Sancho, yeah, I love Jadon Sancho. I love what he done in preseason. I think he was gonna have a big year. But I feel like playing in preseason against these teams and then playing in the Premier League against these teams that like are still good, the Brightons, the Palaces, you know, these teams in 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, they're still good. I just feel like Sancho doesn't have that confidence he has in preseason, sometimes in the Premier League. Like he was in so many positions, 1v1, yeah, against Webster, whoever the left back was. I think it might have been Trossard played left wing back, but he just wouldn't take him on down the outside. It was always like he done a little hard bit, then he'll come in again and then start dilly-dallying and playing safe. And I just feel like
even his final pass, man, his final
pass wasn't coming off even. I just feel like, you know, we're really lacking in central midfield, but also the wide department. And let's be real, yeah, we talk about Sancho. Sancho is a brilliant winger, don't get me wrong, but he's a very ticky-tacky winger. He's very great at what he does, intricate.
Pressure's on Sancho, by the way, this year.
Once a second.
Pressure should be on Sancho this year.
Pressure, exactly. So pressure's on Sancho. That's what I'm saying. Pressure's on Sancho. You got Rashford, who is not really cutting it. Yeah, he's hot and cold, but on his good day, he's good. On his shit day, he's shit. And then you got Elanga, who's next, Ahmad, and Pellistri. Like, for me, I was chatting with Charlie yesterday. I am so worried about our wide positions. Like, I'm nearly prioritizing ringing up. You know, winger, top two for me.
Generally, you know, the only winger I feel like now who's not going to even have any kind of fear and he's dying to be on that pitch is Garnacho. We saw it last week.
Bro.
Literally, like, I genuinely think, bro, he's ready to take on anyone. And if he gets tackled, he's going to get up and he's going to do it again.
Against Vallecano, I saw him picking up the ball and he was like, do you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to try. And if it doesn't come off, I'll try again. And I love that mentality. It's a bit, obviously, they're different players. You know, like Luis Diaz. Yes, he's older. Yes, he's more experienced. But Luis Diaz coming and was like, do you know what? I ain't going to try and do this safe thing. I'm going to come here and I'm going to get bums or seats. And I'm going to be dynamic and I'm going to put fear into defenders. There's nothing worse, right, than having a player running at you 1v1 and you've got to go left or right and you're running backwards. It puts you on the back foot, trying to like defend people running at you with pace or, you know, ability to go left or right is a frightening prospect. And we don't really have that. And Garnacho, yes, he's young and I don't want to put pressure on him. But to have a 17-year-old that I'm ready, like Biz said, to like throw in just because we're that poor at the moment, it shows how low the bar is at Manchester United that I want to potentially have Garnacho as a bench player to come on because, you know, he is young. He still needs to mature. I don't want to have him thrown in. But at 17, he's better than a lot of what we've got.
No, but bench player, I'm fine. But thinking that he should be starting kind of week in, week out.
Some players, Bains was saying last week when I was at the game around flexing that they want Garnacho in instead of Rashford next week, bro.
No. Like I said it, like the odd start here and there is fine, innit? But we have to like be careful, kind of thing, innit? Like Garnacho's rise to fame has been incredible in literally a year. Actually, from February, let's be honest.
We
have to be careful in terms of looking at after a player's development,
bro. I agree with you. And I'm not saying that I want Garnacho to be starting, but you're saying about players' development, you got to be careful. I agree with it. Biz will agree with it. But what Biz is saying, which I agree with, is that the standard of wingers that we've got is so poor that Garnacho is probably the best one left. That he's at 17, it's like you kind of feel like you have no choice because you want to play him because he's the best available one. But we don't want to play him. He's still young. We want him to mature. We want him to develop. But with that shit, after Sancho and Rashford, we don't know what we're going to get. The Elanga's poor. Ahmad, he's not really, I just feel like he's a bit too lightweight and they've been playing him as a false nine sometimes in pre-season. And Pellistri, I'm not really feeling it. So to have Garnacho is a more complete winger and you feel like, you know, what he done against Vallecano was quite exciting. It's sad that we're in this position. We have to buy some players. I was with Saeed, I was with everyone after the game. I'm telling you now, it was deflation. It's Saeed, big up Saeed, man. Yeah, we were chatting and it's just like, this is what it is. Like,
you know what kind of frustrated me as well was the fact that we saw Ten Hag play Ahmad in the number 9 throughout the whole of the preseason in the second half or whenever he came on. And obviously we saw Malacia play majority of the games, obviously the last 3 weeks. He just reverted back to the first team that he started off with against City. That team hadn't been playing with each other since, a month now? Luke Shaw's been out injured. Obviously, Marshall was the only fit striker we had on tour. I'm very surprised, but we started Ericsson as a false 9, and he ended up playing literally in every position elsewhere apart from being in the false 9. So I just feel decisions need to be made, man. And I don't know, man. It's just I think maybe the atmosphere and the obviously beginning of the season, the pressure might have got to Ten Hag a bit. But listen, do you know what? That's cobwebs off, innit? Maybe it was for the best that we got off to the start that we did. So we know these are problems that we need to be sorted out ASAP.
100%. And Bains, just by the way,
let me answer the super chats quickly.
Yeah, go on.
HK Music said, I want Monaco to win, so Gakpo comes. I think we're all in the same boat. And he also said, I think it's more likely Rabiot comes to us without Champions League than Gakpo. Why I want PSG to lose. We could get both McTominay and Rashford on the bench.
Yeah.
We could.
What currency is that?
So, I don't know. Nigerian?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Maybe NGN. I'm not guess. Yeah, and Ude Emmanuel, I'm sure he's Nigerian as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he might have forgot to write a message in it. So if you comment
down just quickly, by the way, someone's saying that we're saying that Garnacho is the most complete. He's 18. I'm not saying, oh my God, he's the most Salah Lucias. I'm talking about when you look at Garnacho technically compared to Elanga, Dan James, for example, Palestri, Ahmad, probably say him and Ahmad. I'm talking about technically and everything. They are the most complete. I'm not talking about they're ready to take on the world. I'm just talking about them technically. I'm sure you guys would get that. So yeah, I wanted to answer that.
I'll big up Uday Emmanuel with the super chat. And Saeed said, get the likes, 34 likes. There's 209 people watching. That's mocking.
Yo, people.
Pause the stream.
Run you lot, likes, man.
Don't do this, man. Like, it pisses me off. Please support Bains on his way to 6K. We're just giving you organic, real content. Support Saeed, support Trafford Tunnel, support Bains. You're here right now. You literally have a thumbs up, guys. Just tap it. You literally, that thumbs up is white. Just tap it. You're helping the algorithms. You're helping the channel. Just show love, man.
But big up Uday Emmanuel. He says, Statman, what's happened with De Jong? I said this, yeah. I was hella confident with De Jong throughout this entire summer. I think everyone knows that. As soon as I saw Chelsea were linked, I've said it now. We should move away. Because I said this, yeah. There's no way you choose United over Chelsea in my eyes, isn't it? I think Chelsea, Champions League football, Chelsea based in London. We know how big Champions League football is for De Jong. We have to move away, kind of thing, innit? That's just my opinion.
I think for him, though, I think he's stupid if he goes for Chelsea, to be honest.
Do you?
Because, bro, Chelsea have already got that midfield set.
Yeah, but he's still going to play a considerable.
You know, you've got Jorginho there.
He allows you said that about Saul, bro. And Saul
Jorginho can't
get a sniff.
Nah, I think.
Yeah, but Saul was crap, that's why.
I think he's going to be so sick for them, Biz, man. Oh.
I know he's going to be sick, innit? But I'm just saying, innit, like, is he going to get the same amount of game time that he's going to get?
No, he gets more game time at United, but he still gets a fine amount of minutes at Chelsea. He'll still be in the World Cup.
A lot of minutes. Like, De Jong can play where Jorginho plays sometimes when he doesn't want to play that sort of, register midfielder where where Jorginho sort of dictates like Carrick. He could get De Jong to pick up the ball from the back four and then drive with it. You've got Kante, Kovacic, Loftus-Cheek's done. De Jong is like at 25, the perfect midfielder for Chelsea, man. I think with a back five, which they play Biz, that allows De Jong to then, go forward and maraud forward, knowing that he's got the cover. Because my biggest worry about De Jong when we come to Manchester United is that if we play him as the number 6, brilliant signing, I would love him. But then when he's getting the ball off the back four and he beats the first press, which we can't do at the moment, he starts dribbling with it. If he loses the ball in transition or we give the ball away, I'm like, who's covering for us? Whereas at Chelsea, he can do that knowing I've got a back five of Koulibaly, Silva, James, Chilwell, Cucurella, and Jorginho or Kante covering for me. It probably helps De Jong even more. Like, I'm pissed off about this, man. If you go,
I'll be honest though. Right now, if you ask me, I'm leaning towards. I think he stays. I think he stays at Barcelona.
I'm leaning towards he goes Chelsea.
I think obviously this Bernardo Silva thing's real.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the thing. I know they want Bernardo. Like they massively want him. And you think about it, the wage, the amount they're paying. That's how much they basically want for De Jong. So basically, it's just a dun. Do you know what I mean?
But right now, the way I'm looking at it, I think if it was like a list of 3, he stays at Barca, he goes Chelsea, then is United.
Okay, I swap Barca, Chelsea, and then now I've got the same with you.
Fizz. Big up HK Music. He said Ahmad hasn't got a chance on the right wing. He's a baller. He needs a chance. I said this here. I don't know how you two think about this. I think Ahmad needs a loan.
Yeah,
like
of
the
course.
more I watch Ahmad, I think he needs a loan. But I would also say I think Pelestri needs a loan. I think Chong's quite.
I think a lot of people forget Ahmad was supposed to get the loan to Feyenoord in the first part of last season, and obviously he had the injury setback. Obviously, sat with the under-23s until January, and then went to Rangers. So his whole development was just completely screwed up, which is why I'm quite disappointed why he hasn't actually been moved out on loan already, or not been thrown into the first team. Because was he even on the bench on Sunday?
I can't remember.
I didn't see him warming up, you know.
Nah. How old is he now?
21 probably now.
Yeah, because the thing
20?
as well, the reserve was it the under-23s has now gone back to under-21s, and you can only register 6 players.
Yeah, but he's too good for that level, isn't it? We kind of know that.
Yeah.
But I said this here, like when you look at it, a lot of our players in that attacking area need a loan, innit? But they're not good enough. Like not actually. No, let me take it back. They're not good enough, but we have no one else, so they have to stay. Even though I think for the development, they need a loan. And big up HK Music again. He said, "No, I don't agree with this Chelsea stuff. It's being put out by Barca because Barca or Chelsea will pay their wages. Frenkie de Jong has never said he wants to go to Chelsea, but then you could also argue, has he ever said he wants to come to United?"
Yeah, I think it's the same thing as what Sporting were doing to us when they said Barca wanted Bruno, just for us to just hurry up.
I'll be honest, I don't think it is. You know, I think with Chelsea, let's be honest, like they don't. Like Todd Bowley's doing like their business and stuff, innit? They don't necessarily have an exact plan, if that makes sense, going into this window, innit? No. So it wouldn't surprise me Chelsea want De Jong. Tuchel apparently is a massive fan of De Jong as well.
Yeah, I just think it's a move that works for Chelsea, especially what they're trying to spend, and I think the age group and how long he's going to be there for. Yeah, people, smash a like on the video. Make sure you subscribe to Statman, subscribe to Chaffer Tunnel. Our channel's down below as well. Statman's on with us tomorrow. Bains, I want to ask you something as well. You're talking about Rabiot, yeah, and you're questioning me and Biz. You're talking about, obviously, the transfer window in general. He's smiling. People probably know they want me to ask you the question that they probably ask in the comments. You're big on, obviously, Morata and him coming in and so forth. Has he been delivering for you? Is somebody on Morata? Is somebody on Ten Hag? What are you actually thinking about this transfer window right now? Because you were talking the most in terms of excitement. You expected big things. Everyone refers to you as the Motor Madness guy. Like, I'm Martial. So
look at this guy trying to ask questions.
I need to ask you what the comments want me to ask.
I said this. And I said this in the group chat. The first thing that Mertel got wrong was giving Ten Hag this much power. Because all Mertel with right now, is a yes man to Ten Hag. In terms of, Ten Hag, what do you want? Yeah, that's it. We're getting it kind of thing, innit? Or we're going to try getting it if the price is right. That's all it is. There's no conversation between the recruitment team, for example, and Ten Hag. That's where he messed up. And that's what, let's see if Mertel's still in the job next year, but you can't be doing that. What big club gives the manager this much power? Like all they say, look at Liverpool, perfect example, Julian Brandt, Mo Salah. Yeah. Conversation happened with the recruitment team to sign Mo Salah instead of Julian Brandt, which is what Klopp wanted. Yeah. And that's where Mertel messed up. But then, in terms of negotiating fees, I don't think I've necessarily had a problem in terms of how long negotiations have actually taken place. Like in terms of, you could argue in terms of when they first started negotiating with a player, that initial period might be long. But in terms of when they've entered negotiations, I haven't had a problem with how long we've taken to negotiate a good fee, for example. Like, for example, Malacia, Martinez, they were done relatively quickly kind of thing, innit? De Jong, we've agreed the fee. I don't blame Mertel or Richard Arnold on this. Because and I said this, like, the De Jong thing is unprecedented kind of thing. No, like, what club has been in this phase?
Okay. So, what are you pinning on
Mertel?
Other than giving Ten Hag so much power, are you pinning anything else on Mertel? Or do you think, like Rabiot, for example, even with the reports, do you think Rabiot is a recruitment signing from the recruitment team such as Mertel and stuff? Or do you think that's a Ten Hag signing? Because if people are saying this is a Ten Hag signing, I would tell you now, Bains, this is where I question Mertel. If he was a Ten Hag signing and you come in April and it's a deal that Juventus want to get off their books and all we've got to do is discuss personal terms, this is what's pissing me off, Bains. Manchester United agree in terms of Barcelona. Manchester United agree in terms of Juventus. I'm telling you now, if us three own Manchester United, we are not signing a player if we don't believe they want to come. I'm not agreeing a fee with a team without talking to the player. Now,
but De Jong does want to
Ten
come.
Hag, wait. If Ten Hag really wanted Rabiot, they would have had this done a month or 2 months ago. That's why I don't know if this is actually a Ten Hag signing.
And that's what I've criticised, isn't it? And that, which in my eyes is clearly a Ten Hag target. I don't think there's any doubt in my mind about that. I said there's Arnautovic.
Okay, okay, fair, yeah.
And I don't agree with that being a good signing for Manchester United.
Mm-hmm.
Rabiot said this. I don't like when I watch Ten Hag and when I see Rabiot, I don't get how.
So is it your guys? Is it your guys up there with the notepad, bro?
Exactly, and this is where it is a collective because apparently Ten Hag, like the recruitment team, suggested this signing, and Ten Hag said yeah.
Well, is Morata picking the right players? Is his recruitment team doing the right thing? You're not very happy with this signing. You're screaming no to Rabiot. This is on your boy as well, then.
Exactly.
This is what I'm saying.
No, exactly. That's where Morata and the recruitment team deserve blame. Because how are you suggesting a bum like Rabiot?
Morata madness, isn't it?
But then you can say Ten Hag deserves fault for suggesting an outlet.
No, it's both. This is what I'm saying. Like, it's true. It's both.
You can't blame one party in this.
No, you can't. I'm glad that you're kind of taking collective for Morata. I like that. That's why I asked you.
No, because this is like, how could you're still in charge of stuff, innit? How can you not deserve blame? I said this straight away. You deserve blame for giving Ten Hag that much power. And then the recruitment team suggesting this nonsense.
It is a collective.
Absolute nonsense.
100%, and I think this is it right now, because what's pissing me off the most is that they come in with this new, and I'll be honest, I was quite excited as well. In the summer, there was 3 phases for me, and I've said it on Saeed's show and other people's show as well. United fans have wanted change in terms of the board. Forget the ownership, by the way. Us 3 guys don't talk about that. The owners ain't going to sell. Let's move on, until they do sell. But in terms of the structure inside, the club have changed upstairs. I remember us guys in the group chat saying that they're getting rid of Matt Judge, they're getting rid of these people and stuff like that. That's a change that we haven't seen in quite a while. So I was like, cool. Do you know what? They're moving the right way. Morata comes in. They've changed a bit of the recruitment team and stuff like that. Brilliant. Okay, that's one. Number 2, we could have given free contracts to the people leaving on a free. There was Jesse Lingard, there was Nemanja Matic, there was Juan Mata, there was Paul Pogba. I believe there was one more as well, I can't think of. But at the end of the day, we could have given them the money they wanted or kept them on, which is a silly thing that United have done in the past. And you're like, why are you doing that? It's stopping us. So 2 out of the 3 things have been done. Now it's about getting the players in. So we've got to get players in because the squad isn't big enough already. And then you've got to get players in to replace the people who have left on a free. So this is why when people say about Ralf Rangnick now and talking about 10 signings, I was saying 15 yesterday, it's not like he's just screaming 10 signings, by the way, and just saying it for the sake of it. He was talking about the people that are going on a free, including with the players that we now need to increase and then get better in the squad, because we look at our starting 11 now, half of them shouldn't really be in the starting 11. So it's starting 11 and squad players that have left on a free. And now we've got 3 players in so far, and it's an absolute car crash when you're saying that we're going to change this, we're going to do this. And this is where I'm stuck in a rock and a hard place, because at the end of the day, you've got Erik Ten Hag that's coming and keeps saying about, I want the right player, right profile for the team. And I get that completely, because I want the same thing. We don't want to be buying players for the sake of it just because they're a big name or whatever. But then on the flip side, you bring in 3 players and your squad list is limited. If you say you want 2 midfielders or 3 midfielders and we can't get them, you need to have sort of a backup plan. I don't believe that we're comfortable enough to be in a position where Ten Hag can say, right, if you don't get these players, don't sign anyone. We're not Man City, we're not Liverpool, we're not Chelsea, we're not competing for top 4 Champions Leagues and domestic trophies. We actually need people. So people like Rabiot, for example, because they make us a bit better and they improve us, that's why I'm kind of like accepting it and just saying, yeah, do you know what, I'll take it because it does make us better. But I believe Ten Hag, and my worry with him and the board is that their spectrum is not wide enough. And they're kind of like, nah, do you know what? If you can't get him, we'll be able to accept it. You found out in the first game, Ten Hag, that without Martial, who was going to be leaving last summer to Sevilla, my favourite player at the club, when are we in a position, and I'm going to be honest with you guys, I wouldn't have been sitting here now if you said to me 7 months ago, yeah, Ty, after losing to Brighton after the first game, people would have been saying, damn, we missed Martial up front. That's what it was. And I'm not saying that Martial's amazing, by the way. I'm just showing the state of where we're at right now. We're actually screaming that we're missing Martial. I love him anyway, but I'm talking people that don't really like Martial. We missed him. Oh, we need this, we need that. It just shows the level we're at. And I'm just worried that the way Ten Hag's thinking in terms of like, this ain't Ajax anymore. You're not playing here in Veen and Groningen where you can beat them type of teams. You need a proper good squad here, and we need to get some players in before the window closes because I am so worried about even saying the top six.
Someone said there, squad depth, not just bodies for body's sake.
No, but you can get good squad depth out there. Bains, we watch football. There are players we just named.
No, but like, I think you mean in terms of Rabiot. Rabiot, in his eyes, for example, that comment, and in my eyes as well, seems like a body for body's sake.
If that makes sense. Like this said, he's been at top clubs. He has played for France. He isn't shit, man. Come on, guys.
Fair. Let me answer the super chats as well. Chelsea need a centre back and a striker before a midfielder. They've spent over 200 million already. For Fana will be 80. They can get they can't get De Jong as well. I think they can. I'll be honest. Like, let's be honest. Financial fair play is a bunch of rubbish in football. Why can they not get De Jong? Like Todd Bowley clearly has money kind of thing.
Timo Werner's gone as well, so they've got a bit of extra cash now.
Yeah, and he was on what, second, third highest?
Yeah.
Lukaku left on the loan as well. Big wages,
100%. What do you think then? So in regards to you, Busy,
let me answer that one quickly.
Oh, sorry, one more. Yeah.
If you watched Ajax last season, Rabiot slides into the Ryan Gravenberch role. McTominay cannot do that. McTominay can't do a lot. McTominay cannot do a lot because he's crap. And I think everyone agrees with that. But make sure you guys like the video as well. Yeah, go on, Ty.
Biz, sorry, I'll ask you this question because I know we want to talk on Morata as well. See people asking the comments. So, Biz, I had a little chat with you on the phone, as you know, and you were quite like down about things. And I was like, we need to save this for Bains' show. I know you can't come on with us tomorrow, but you, have seen Man United through the ups and the downs. You're a bit older than me, so you've really seen us through the get-goes, And everyone was hype about preseason. People are talking about Ten Hag and everything. But look at the title of the show. It's like reality strikes for Man United. Has anything changed for you? And that's what I want to ask you. I want you to spit the Biz truth, the Biz Bible. That's what the Biz Bible. There we go. Biz Bible 2023. I want to know, has anything changed for you, man? Big up, Charlie.
Nah, nothing's changed whatsoever. I mean, like you said, obviously people talking about Martial not being the front line on Sunday. But no one's really recognised that, bro. We started the season again with the same midfield. Nothing's changed, bro. 8 players out, 3 players in. This just reminds me of Ole's first transfer window, 2019. All over again. Every transfer window we go into, every time we start the season, we always need 1 more or 2 more. We don't get it. We're never prepared, man. Same old thing. Like, I can't see it getting any better. And, bro, I know it's cliche to say, but until these owners are gone, bro, let's be real, bro. These men hold the key to everything, bro. You get me? When Richard Arnold was talking to the people them in the pub, when the man are talking about the new stadium, talking about funding. So what? Man United are broke now. Is that what you're trying to tell me? Man United are broke. It looks like it now to me because transfers, we're scrimping and scraping right now.
What do you think about
with this Rabiot thing? I'm just gonna have to hold my mouth and just literally just take it.
What do you think about this? Empty Old Trafford.
It's a start.
Do you think people will do it?
Probably not, but it's a start. I mean, if it can happen, it's a good look because obviously it's the biggest game of potentially the biggest game of the season. Yeah, biggest game of the calendar season as well. So yeah, you know what I mean. We did it the last time we played Liverpool, and look at the uproar that caused. So I mean, if we can do it again, I'm all for it. But again, man, with our fan base, bruv, innit, like, we're a bit proud, innit, and obviously we don't really want to show it up, and it's just bruv. Obviously, we all kind of need to get together in it and just go against these guys, but it's just something that I don't feel like it's gonna happen. But until these men are gone, bruv, be real. United ain't coming back, man. These men have taken everything they've taken, innit?
Do you think you see with stuff like MT Old Trafford and the Glazed that stuff is only based on transfers? Because say if we had signed De Jong, if we had signed De Jong, no, but listen to what I'm saying. If we had signed De Jong and maybe one other, do you think there still be protests? Because in my eyes, the answer is no.
No, because they've been protesting 2011 when we won the league.
No, but over the last 7 years, for example, look what's happened. Before the January transfer window, they were at Ed Woodward's house. Bruno Fernandes signed, everyone went silent. It's just rinse. Like it's a cycle. Repeat.
Yeah, I think
Everyone.
what it is,
I
don't
think
think I
no,
don't think it's
you're right.
consistent, isn't it? Ronaldo signs Varane and everyone's gassed again.
It's just a cycle in my eyes with Glazers out. We complain, they sign a player, everyone's silent again. Rinse and repeat until the next window starts.
They always
Glazers out is
sign
trending.
They always sign like a superhero signing. I feel like they've run out of that now.
That's the only reason that kind of maybe gives me 10% hope of De Jong signing, because the Glazers might realise how important it is to Ten Hag and what the fans think and the reaction online. Then they might be like, do you know what? Let's go and get De Jong. And it's the poor way to, and do you know what? It's a shit way to think. It's a shit way to think as an owner.
Think, man. As
horrible way to think as an owner.
Surely they should have looked at that and thought, listen, we need to start from the midfield, innit? We need a spine, bro. Like, bro, how many times I've been coming on here and I've been saying to you, bro, if we just get 2 signings this summer, 2 midfielders, I can stomach the rest. The rest will work around the spine, bro. We ain't even got that. I feel sorry for Ten Hag, bro, because see, after 10 games, if things don't go right, man are gonna turn on him. And again, bro, it's gonna deflect from what the real problem is.
He's gonna be trying for Ollie's comeback.
Give
me my back-to-back top fours. I know, Biz. Don't try it. You have to be taking a close look at what Biz is like on Twitter, by the way, people.
But nah, do you know what? I'm worried about it. You know, if things don't go right in the first 10 games, it's only so long you can go onto the players, then the owners, then everyone starts thinking, oh, Ten Hag. Like, and it's not that I agree with it, because I agree with Biz. I don't agree that anyone should turn on Ten Hag no matter what happens this season. But football fans are fickle. What you feel today and I feel tomorrow. So people will change quick. And I'm worried about
like you were saying, Ty, on your fan cam, flex on that, you were saying after 10 minutes, fans are getting restless. Bro. In the Stretford end as well. That's where you think the most like loyal fans are, in the Stretford end. Man are restless after 10 minutes. Same old shit.
But I'll be honest, I think that's normal though.
No.
Like in terms of, we know as fans, we're just frustrated at the sake, like how we are right now, innit?
Yeah.
Like, it was gonna come in terms of anyhow we gotta go down. You remember what happened last season. People are gonna moan, people are gonna get angry and stuff, innit? Like Ten Hag, for example, because I've seen a couple of people angry at him.
What?
But then,
like, I don't know.
But I said this, like, you get angry at Ten Hag. Like I keep saying this, yeah. There has to be a point where people have to think, what has been the common denominator? When do people actually think, yeah, let's stop blaming the employees and look at the employees of this club? Like, people want to blame Murto, Arnold, Woodward before, and don't get me wrong, they deserve blame, for example. We're a recruitment team, Ten Hag, Jose, LVG, Moyes. When do we start looking at the employers? And actually, we can never stay consistent on them. And that's why I think they're going to win no matter what. Never going to.
Do you know what, yeah?
Bro, they've already won. Think about it, bro, man. They got the club on tick. So what, 700, 800 million?
Yeah, which they could never do now.
Yeah, and like, what is the club worth to this day? Because Chelsea got sold for what, 4 billion? Let's be real. United are double.
Now United at least bigger than Chelsea.
United are double to Chelsea. Come on, bro.
No, but in terms of Chelsea, have the benefit that they're in London and stuff, innit?
Yeah, but United have the benefit.
United got the pole.
Yeah, but I'm just saying,
United have global.
I don't think he'll be like double, like you say.
Okay, but still though, say 600 million. Say 6 billion though. Even say 6 billion. That's mental. Like Biz is saying, 600 million you bought us for on tick, which you can't do now because it's not legal, and you could sell us for 6 billion. And this is my problem, right? I said it to Faz earlier because I was looking at Newcastle's potential. Yeah, big up Faz. I was saying, I was looking at Newcastle's potential new like training complex. And it looks like Man City's. It's like the Saudi Arabian owners have looked at Man City's project, and it's like they're building a 2.0, or they want to build a 2.0. And it's like, if Manchester United board put the club up for sale, we'll be gone within a month. I'm telling you now, there is a list of people that would want to buy Manchester United and turn us into a proper club again. Why? Because they're also fans of Manchester United.
You saw it with Chelsea. What was it? Over 100 potential buyers.
Oh, exactly. Yeah. Imagine that, having the pick or having people do a presentation to say why they want to buy your club because they care. And some of them are even fans. Like, at the end of the day, if the Glazers put us up, we are going. And that just is a big problem for me because it's not like they know it's not best for the club. They probably know selling is best for the club, but they're just taking their money. And that's all they care about until they're grey and old. You know what I'm saying? And they can go and live in Florida and sit off on their yacht. And it's just
but then
It's just
This
mad
is the
to
question
think,
I
though.
always ask. Why would you sell?
Yeah, that's it. Because you know what? Yeah, like my man was there on Sunday, and he obviously knows that the protest is happening outside. Like, man are running his family name down to the mud. Don't care. Money in the pocket. It's greed, innit? That's what it comes down to. These men have got what they want, and they ain't gonna give it up for now, bro. Because they
Do you
know, but
think
probably
Biz,
with
do
the
you
next
think
another.
Biz being there could be a blessing for him because he saw what happened on Sunday? Don't you think it could be
Yeah,
a
but
blessing?
they've been there before.
But they've been here before, bro, when this has been happening.
I know.
Like they've been in stadiums and everyone's singing Malcolm in the box.
Yeah, that's what I mean,
It's a
bro.
fact.
And these man still don't want to budge, bro. And do you know what the mad thing is as well? Like, you've been here since 2005 and you've never really like tried to like build a relationship with the fans. I've never seen them just be like, do you know what?
Yeah,
you lot, we're actually here to help you lot.
You know what I think is a massive problem? And I've been saying this for time. You see in Manchester, that Must organization.
Yeah, it's pathetic.
Glazers payroll. On my life, they were the most useless thing ever.
Who's this?
Must.
I don't even know them.
How do you not know Must?
Must?
Yeah, Must. Supporters trust.
I don't even know.
Most useless thing ever. Because they've done nothing in my eyes. Like they always say they're trying to get the Glazers right, this couple letter here and there.
Yeah. What they're supposed to have like meetings. They were supposed to have like monthly meetings with the Glazers.
I said this, like if they want meetings, yeah.
Oh, is this to do with like the fans and connecting and that?
Yeah.
Sorry, got you. Sorry, got you.
You see them, yeah. Why not just make every single meeting public? Let us see what they're talking about.
Yeah.
It's hard when you own a business. It's one of the biggest in the world, man.
Yeah,
it's
but
not as easy as us, man, just getting together.
Yeah, no, but just let Musk, for example, be the head of it.
Yeah.
And let us see it.
It's no different from when that briefing was happening with Fletcher and Murto, and like they were offering some fans to ask questions. Remember that? Remember that time?
So, sorry. When we could put our questions in.
Yeah.
That was decent.
Why can't that be a thing?
I've seen this, by the way, about Master Glazers, all of that stuff. I have seen that. But that's a conversation for another day.
Yes, David.
The one that was doing it on Sunday, there was it 1958.
Yeah,
that's the next one, isn't it? But they're a bit political as well. So,
but I've always said this, like, you know, for example, YouTubers and content creators. Look at the reach people have, and I'm not just talking about myself here. Look at United Stand, United View, Straight for Paddock. They're probably touching over 5 million followers across every single platform.
And to think about it, from when them man have started to where they are now, them man are doing content with ex-players, bro.
Yeah, I know, but you got over 5 million followers across every single platform. Let's be honest. Yeah, probably could be less, could be more. Why not do something together? Because we seen it when Saeed tried to organize a protest before. Some people were angry at Saeed. Like if this fan base was actually united as a whole,
that's why. Do you know what? Yeah, it pains me to say it, but you see them Liverpool fans. You see when they come together, it's a real thing, you know, bro. They don't mess, fam. Them man are actually all together as one. Like I don't see that with United, man. It's pretty.
I remember when they tried raising the ticket prices.
Oh, bro, them man walked out, bro. They were 2-0 up as well. They didn't care, bro. I think it was that Klopp's one of Klopp's first games as well.
Yeah, I think it might be.
Right, yeah.
But there was another one. I saw Nuruddin post it. You see Venezia?
Nah.
Apparently Venezia had a protest, innit? No one went to the game.
Yeah, so I'm saying, bro.
Yeah, that creates a statement. But anyway, listen. Morata. Let's talk about that.
Morata.
Yeah. We've been offered Morata, apparently. How do you feel about that?
Alvaro! I'm joking. Do you know what the funniest thing is?
This guy really wants to leave it, guys.
Statman, right? I don't know if it was Statman, but me and Biz done a show on this. You remember Biz, innit?
Yeah, I think Statman was winning the show.
It was us three.
I think I said yeah. I think I did say yeah.
And I said, you guys, would you take Morata? Because
it was Morata or Dybala. It was Morata or
Dybala. That's it. I was talking to you guys about it, and I said to you that I would take Morata, and I remember you guys weren't with it. And look, 3 months later,
I was mixed.
Statman, don't even lie, bro. You and Morata. I was the only one with Dybala.
Okay, fine. Yeah, I did one.
You was Dybala, definitely, and I remember I was Morata. And obviously, it was interesting for the comments.
I'll be honest.
What do you think, Bains, on this one? Before I'll go last. I'll let Biz go after me.
I think the main thing is it depends on the price.
And it free.
Is he still not on the contract at Atletico?
Oh, I don't know. It might be then. Oh, I don't know. He might have one. If he does, he has 1 year left.
It's a weird one, isn't it? Because we still need goals inside. Morata doesn't provide, and I don't know how to say it. It can go two ways. You either sign Morata, he gets between 10 to 15 goals, and then obviously you get the link up play and all of that stuff, yeah? Or you flip it up where you sign Morata, we know him in front of goal when he doesn't have confidence. You're going into a team and a club with disarray, let's be honest. Is that the perfect club for Morata?
Mentally, no, because he's quite weak mentally, I think.
Then does that not make that signing useless?
You see this Morata situation, bro. I feel like it's no different from the Rabiot situation. Let's be real. There's no difference in it. Like, this guy has been shipped around all the big clubs in it, and like Juventus have been dying for a striker, bro. They got what's his name, Vlahovic in the summer. Moise Keane is still back there, and he's starting games. Do you get me? Obviously, Morata went back to Atletico Madrid. He ain't really getting in that team. He's just been left there once again, bro, for another free or another loan move once again. He's just not really it, is he? Like, he's not shit, but is he really going to take United to that next level? I don't know, bro, man.
Someone said he scored a hat-trick versus Juve on the weekend as well in pre-season.
Oh, the Atletico Madrid Juve game. Oh, wow.
Did he? I don't know. Do you know what
he's got that in his locker, innit? But then
he's got qualities in him. Like, he's not a goal getter where he's going to get you 25 goals. But what I like about Morata is that he is like mobile. He can hold up the ball. He can link up play and bring others into it. And I'm not saying
is he basically the Spanish Welbeck?
No. To me,
I was going to say the Spanish Martial.
Like he's a shit. I feel like he's a worse version of Martial.
No, but that's a good comparison. Martial.
No, he's the worst version of Martial. Is Martial better than him? But if Martial weren't playing,
that's why I said Spanish Martial.
Morata can do what Martial does in a way, but in obviously a bit of a lesser form impact, I would say, because he brings other players in. And I think for what Ten Hag wants as a focal point and a sort of number 9, I just feel like he could offer something. I get it. Morata's not the best in the world, and I get it. The striker market is short right now, but in the depth when we need, if you said to me we're getting Gakpo and Morata, I'm not really sitting there complaining.
Okay.
I'm
with you.
Big up Ricky. He said, forget any. Does Morata take us to the next level?
We're not. I don't think we're in a position where any sign is really going to change. Malacia take us.
Wait, actually, I'll be honest. Like, you know, in Morata signs, how much? What do you see him as? Second, third choice striker, first choice striker?
Martial, Morata, and then Ronaldo, third choice.
No, but seriously.
That's
what do you see, man?
I have to do it.
Nah, don't do that. You ain't got jokes like that.
I'm gonna cry.
Look at this guy. He thinks he's a comedian now. All of a sudden, Martial got 3 goals in pre-season, and that's it. He's chatting the most now. Look at him going off here. That's what I thought. Hide your face. No, but what do you see, man? Like, someone said second. Nah, time's not right. Third.
It's third, isn't it? Let's be real. What?
Do you know what? It depends on who you're playing.
I don't know, bro.
Okay, right. Man. I'll be honest with you, Babe. Do you want me to be real with you? If we're playing, I'm sorry, my eyes are watering, man. If we played Man City away, I would actually go Martial, Morata, Ronaldo. If you're playing Brentford at home, I'm going maybe like Ronaldo, Martial, Morata. Like, I really think it depends on who you're playing in the fixtures. So if you said to me, right, you know, depending on who comes in and whatnot, I actually think it's fixture proof for me.
No, but let's be honest, he's better than Ronaldo. The answer
when you're playing the top 6, when I'm playing the top 6 side, I have Martial as the number 1 all the time because he brings everyone into play. He drags people out. He can hold up. He can link up. When you need maybe a hat-trick to kill off a team 3-4-0 in the first half, which you haven't done for years, maybe you play Ronaldo because you're like, right, let's just get 2-0 and kill the game. But I really do think it depends on what you want. Ronaldo is definitely not the player that we know he was. I'll be honest with you. When he came on Sunday, I wanted to video him, Bains. I was going to do a player cam for you because I feel sorry for him. He was so not fit. He was not moving at all. It was
I know. You know when I
man.
when I went to Rio Vallecano, you know I was second row in it in the Stretford end, and obviously they were taking the warm ups, like shooting like on my side kind of thing, innit? Ronaldo was struggling. I can literally tell. Like, you know, there was a point where the ball was going into him and they had a coach behind him, innit? And then Ronaldo, like that attacker had to kind of turn.
Oh, they'll do that warm up in front of me. Yeah. And then they shoot a goal.
Yeah, you have to turn and like hold the man and then shoot straight away.
Yep.
He was struggling big time in that. But then there was also a point where balls were coming in, like crosses were coming in. Some of his finishes in that were a joke.
Yeah. Now, I hear you. I'm not saying that like his finishes when it's actually at his feet was a joke, but I just thought like, oh my God, when I was watching, like he was really struggling to move, and the lack of mobility, I think, is really killing Ten Hag. I think Ten Hag loves Ronaldo, the player, and what he's done, and the nostalgia. But when you manage him, I think you see a different side of Ronaldo. But you don't know that unless you manage Ronaldo. And at 37, 38,
but I
still get you goals. But
feel like in that second half, he did provide a focal point to the side, didn't it? And we needed that.
Yeah, definitely.
Ericsson dropped deep, and I think we did
kind of occupied a few people's minds. They thought, oh, Ronaldo's on, but he still didn't get enough touches. The only touch he really got was
but that's not necessarily Ronaldo's fault kind of thing, innit?
No, it's not.
Like, we just need a focal point, whether that was a Martial, whether that was a Morata for that game, or whether that was Ronaldo, we needed that focal point. I said this, we're not good enough to play with a false nine.
Nah.
His touch and pass has been pretty decent for me. The last 2 games I've seen him play. So it's just
he's linking up play, all right. We're still fluid with Ronaldo, let's be honest.
Ish.
I don't know, man. I think I'd go Martial and then Morata and Ronaldo, depending on what the game is. It's interesting. We've got problems. Big up Soups. Love that. Big up, my guy.
And then let's touch on Milinkovic-Savic quickly here, because we didn't dive deeper in that. I think, and I said this before, you see McTominay's role is not in the build-up, innit? It's more, he pushes up in the build-up, kind of as like a front five, let's be honest, innit? Milinkovic-Savic does that very well in my eyes. We've seen his threat going forwards. I said it, like, when Hardy's talking about the profile in terms of a bit deeper collecting the ball, that's not going to be him. He's being used in Scott McTominay area, and we know how effective Milinkovic-Savic can be. He has the physical presence to play in the Premier League. I think he's fine.
What's Milinkovic-Savic like tracking back? Because
like, don't get me wrong, his defensive numbers are not the best, innit?
Because I watched McTominay for that second goal. You watch it back, bruv. He's so lazy, bruv. He points at Fred to go and stop Gross, and I'm thinking, bro, just sprint. If you sprint, you can get there and clear it away, and then have a go at Fred, and then that makes Fred think, shit, he just had to come and cover me. Maybe I need to. But like McTominay just hasn't got that. That's what I'm just hoping is Milinkovic-Savic got that like defensive mindset to you said, isn't it? Like if De Jong comes, he's gonna be the lone 6. He's gonna need cover next to him, innit?
That's where
someone said Milinkovic-Savic.
Big up, by the way, read that out, but big up. He got me this top, so big up my boy Alex.
Oh, is it big up? He said Milinkovic-Savic has been linked to big clubs for years, but it must be a reason he's never moved something behind the scenes. I was reading stuff, innit? Apparently, that the Lazio, not bored, but like whoever negotiates them is very hard to negotiate with and stuff as well, innit? And let's be honest, Milinkovic-Savic probably falls into the bracket of Koulibaly in terms of their price tag was massive.
Yeah.
Milinkovic-Savic has always been talking about 70, 80, 90 million pounds.
I remember 100 million about 2 years ago.
Exactly. Yeah. Koulibaly was also talking about 80, 90 million pounds. So I think that's probably a massive reason, isn't it? And someone said Savic is overrated if you want him to control games, but if he plays that, he's not here to control games.
Yeah.
That's what I think people need to realize. He's not here to control games. And
how much did Lazio sell Anderson for to West Ham? Wasn't that like 30 million?
Yeah.
I think that's 40.
Yeah, and at that time he only really had just one season for Lazio, really, innit, at the top. So and obviously they hold Savic in the next level highly. So
but let's be honest, even 40 million pounds for Felipe Anderson, what was it? Everyone was saying that's a bit too much, wasn't it?
Yeah. Whoops.
Yeah.
You know what, man? I just think 20. Yeah, I was looking. I'm just double checking. Yeah, he's 27. I just think in today's market, for 54 million or whatever it would be, euros or pounds, whatever it is, to get Milinkovic-Savic in, despite all the rumors over the years, I just think if you're coming in and you're a direct replacement for Scott McTominay, I am all over it. I think Matthias Nunes, like Jose Vasco and Ken Collis, yes, it says there, is a banging player. I think he's got real potential. I think like he's the type of player I can see Man City going for potentially, if not Liverpool as well, if they look at central midfielder. But I think, Nunes or Savic, I think they instantly come in and start. And I think, when you look at players like Morata, and this is the difference. When you look at players like Morata and you're like, do they instantly improve us or do they immediately come into the starting 11? I can't say that with someone like Morata. But when I'm talking about Milinkovic-Savic and a central midfielder, which is imperative to defense and attack and having ball quality, after watching Sunday, Milinkovic-Savic instantly improves us next to Fred than what McTominay does. So for 57 million, getting a 27-year-old that's got 3-4 years, the best years ahead of him, I'm all for it. But if you said to me, there's Matthias Nunes, there's Benacer and all these players, Paredes, I'm still definitely interested in them. I want 2 midfielders, Bains. 2.
But I think with someone like Milinkovic-Savic, like it seems like Ten Hag. Remember how much he spoke about how Pep underestimated the Premier League when he first came in terms of the physical side of it.
Yeah.
The aggression side of it. Milinkovic-Savic is what, 6'2", 6'3", 6'4"?
Nah, he's physical, man.
Like he has that physical presence about him, kind of thing, innit?
Definitely.
Which is why I think Ten Hag would like that.
And you know what? Yeah, when I was at the game Sunday, we missed that massively. Like every goal kick, little things like, because Martinez is very good, by the way. I was very impressed with Martinez for 30 minutes. I could see what he's going to add to the team. But just when you got Fred in there, and then you've got like Eriksen, and you've got Fernandes, you've got the Van der Beeks coming on, you've got Sancho and Rashford. Like we are so light in terms of height because it's only Maguire and Dalot that are really like pretty tall from that team. And McTominay's not very good on the ball, so he's there just basically as an obstacle. So we need that height with Milinkovic-Savic. And that's why I also do think that it's a positive signing. And I get it because I'm one of them players. I'm one of them people that I like mobility in my team. I like people to be able to get about. But look at Man City. They're able to still do that. But they have Rodri, who's still good on the ball, but he's still 6'2". So at least they have some form of physical presence in there. And I think Man United need that massively, man. And Milinkovic-Savic, he scores goals from set pieces. He can win, balls from goal kicks and stuff. We need that because especially we know in Martinez is a 5'8" defender and he's going to be starting like most games. Do you know what I mean? Maguire starting with him. But other than that, like you got Dalot and the height's not there, man. So, man, I just can't believe that like after the hypeness of signing Ten Hag and Algassa I feel like this August the 10th, man.
I'll be honest, the Milinkovic-Savic thing did give me a bit more confidence, isn't it? Someone else does Frenkie and Savic work. I'll be honest, I think if we get Milinkovic-Savic, De Jong don't come. And don't get me wrong, I still think defensively he is a bit lightweight kind of thing, isn't it?
It'll be Fred and Savic, wouldn't it?
Yeah, in this current United setup, yeah. But look, De Jong will do Fred's role and Milinkovic-Savic will do McTominay's role. And they're 2 massive upgrades in those 2 players.
Yeah, 100%. True. So what are you saying, Bains? So because even though we'll be lightweight defensively still, because we're still lightweight defensively with McTominay and Fred anyway, you'd say that you start both of these because at least on the ball we're better.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
But I've said it before, like even for example when people are saying it would have been De Jong and one other midfielder, innit? I still think that we would have still been a bit lightweight, for example, when people were saying, let's see maybe Eriksen play there next to De Jong.
Yeah.
Or maybe even like a Donny van der Beek there. You still do kind of feel a bit lightweight in defensively, don't you?
Yeah, we do.
Without that natural, like a Rodri, a Fabinho 6. Because let's be honest, De Jong's a different type of midfielder to them. In that
100%. By the way, CJ, I'm not dejected, like depressed. I'm just saying that like we've had a lot of stuff to do in the window and we haven't done it. And, watching the game Sunday and I was actually there, it just felt like watching Ollie football for 70 minutes. And that's nothing on Ten Hag. I think he might have got it wrong in the lineup in the first half, but we will get better in time. But I'm just saying that we're still talking about the same problems that me, Biz and Bains spoke about a year ago. I think that's the frustration where I'm like, oh my days. We started doing streams a year ago together, but we're still talking about the same thing a year later.
I just feel it's a disgrace, man, that we have to start the season with McFred. I mean, I know people are going to like point fingers at Maguire, Dalot, sure, cool. But McFred, man, that's been the main problem.
If I had asked you, Biz, when Ten Hag took the job, do you think McFred would be our starting partnership on the first game of the Premier League season? What was your percentage of yes and no?
It was a good, I'm not going to lie, it was a good 80% yes.
Oh, do you thought they would?
Yeah, man. I just think I don't trust the board in it. I don't trust him, man. I know Murto is obviously this is his first summer in it in charge and that, but just don't trust him to get anything over the line, man. I was saying it to my brethren. I was like, bro, listen. First game, Maguire starting, Dominic starting, Fred starting. It's so obvious. And
I just quickly, you know that Telegraph guy, that J. Burt Telegraph.
Yeah, I'm just looking
You
at
just
now.
tweeted PSV Eindhoven forward Cody Gakpo now looking like a viable signing for Manchester United. Interesting.
Man always does this on the stream, bro. Look, Sapman always does this on the stream. He does it to me fucking Youth Cup final. Frenkie de Jong, blood. Look, 90% done. Bro. I was like,
no, but it ain't me saying it, innit?
Jay Burt is saying it. I think it's a deal that could be done, 35 sort of million.
I'll be honest, I think this gets done. And then the next question is...
Jonathan Shrag is tweeted as well.
What did he tweet?
Man United have now stepped up their interest, but the players' representation anticipate interest from a number of clubs, especially if he shines tonight.
Oh, I beg he fails tonight, man. I am praying. But anyway, listen. I got a question for you, and I asked this in the group chat.
Okay.
How would you rate this window? Malacia, Eriksen, Martinez, Milinkovic-Savic, let's say Morata, Gakpo, and Rabiot out of 10. You don't in the chat answer that as well.
6.5.
So 7 signings.
Yeah. Oh, I was about to say 7, maybe just, but 6.5 seems bang on. 7. I'm gonna go with 7. Because it's still right. So you've got Martinez as centre back, you've got Malacia a left back, you've got Eriksen for the squad depth, you've got Milinkovic-Savic, you've got Rabiot, you've got oh wow.
That's mad.
Yeah, that is mad. You've got Gakpo and Morata. Like, you signed quite a lot. I'll say 6.5. So I think by business bang on with 6.5, you know.
Yeah,
because
you know what?
6, but it's not a 7.
6.5 as well, because out of the how many players is there? 7.
Yeah.
Out of the 7 players, only one's Premier League quality. Well, Premier League proven. Premier League proven. All right. And the others, obviously, we don't know how they're going to settle just yet.
Yeah,
it might take a little time. So,
like someone said, good quantity, average quality. Okay, let me. What about this then? Malacia was a 10-0 target. Eriksen was a 10-0 target. Martinez was a 10-0 target. Gakpo is clearly a 10-0 target. Rabiot, I'll be honest, I think that's being pushed by the club. Morata, I'm not too sure. And Milinkovic-Savic, it seems like everyone's happy with that signing.
6.5 is good. I think people are saying 5, 6 Bains. I think you think higher.
Yeah, I do.
What do you think?
I was pushing 7, 8.
Now, fair, bro. There's no right or wrong. Back your point. Back. Stand firm.
And the reason I say this is going into this window, did we expect people were saying 3, 4 players, 4 players, and we're getting 7. We've got Malacia, who I like. Eriksen, Premier League proven on the free transfer, you can't get wrong. Martinez, who was Ajax's player of the year, improves us. Centre back area, we needed it. Left centre back, nothing like him in the club. Milinkovic-Savic is a 10 times better player than McTominay. Does his role extremely, just better in terms of that box to box, getting goals, getting assists, not being involved necessarily in the build up. Gakpo, we know we need winger depth, and Ten Hag clearly likes him. You can get goals, you can get assists. Rabiot, nah. Striker, we're a bit iffy kind of thing on Morata, but we clearly do need another striker.
Rabiot,
and let's be honest, that striker we needed was maybe a second, third choice if Ronaldo's here.
Yeah, Rabiot could end up being a very decent squad player.
Yeah, you don't know. Like, this is what I'm saying, because everyone's thinking negative. He could come in and actually do all right, like we said. France international, played across Europe, won probably many trophies, so at least he's won things. I think 6.5. I don't think less than that, man. I think someone else in the group chat said 5 or whatever it is. But I think 6.5 is fair, because it's a lot of numbers, and I get it. People say how many of them come into the starting 11, how many of them immediately improve us. But I think we need squad depth as well. And I think Malacia starts. I think Eriksen could definitely start some games. Milinkovic-Savic immediate starts. I think Cody Gakpo comes in over Rashford. Over Rashford. Sure. I think he comes in over Rashford. So when you think about it, I feel like, do you know what I mean? Like we've got at least 4 or 5 of them that come into the starting 11. Martinez is already starting, so really, like quite a few of them or half of them are at least starting, which is what you want, and the rest are squad depth. I feel like you asked each other your big 7 targets a couple of months ago. How many of these names would really be there?
I think this is a good question, Ian, but the way I would look at it is we clearly cannot get Ten Hag's first targets in terms of right now. Anthony, we can't get because he's moved, like the price is too much. Let's be honest, we all agree with that. And then you go look at a wing on the other side. Because let's be honest, I said this, yeah. None of these players are actually good, let's be honest. We still need to improve our entire starting 11 and squads. There's no player position that I look at, maybe other than Jadon Sancho, and think, yeah, you're fine. Which is why I can't complain. Even though we might not get Ten Hag's number one area, we're still getting something else. Milinkovic-Savic, obviously we wanted De Jong for that Fred role, but we're getting Milinkovic-Savic for that McTominay role.
Yeah.
What do you not think for Saturday? Improved. Do you think Ten Hag sticks with the same 11 on Saturday?
He can't.
What do you mean he can't?
Come on, man. There's no way you stick with the same 11.
Yeah, he's changing that, definitely.
Above Ajax fans have been saying, but he's quite stubborn with sticking the same 11.
Nah, we're going to learn quick because this is the Premier League.
I'll be honest, you know what I want to see? And I said this to you. I want to see Eriksen start. I want to see Donny van de Beek start. I want to see Cristiano Ronaldo start.
You don't want to see Malacia start?
No, but I want to see Malacia start, but in that forward areas, I want to see that being. So
Van der Beek, Eriksen, and Ronaldo come in. What about if Martial's fit? Which I don't.
Who goes out?
Then it will have to be Bruno,
McTominay,
yeah.
And who in attack? You said Ronaldo as well.
Then Bruno, McTominay. Wait, Ronaldo starts in front instead of. Oh, wait, let me name an 11 here just to get easier. De Gea, Dalot, Maguire, Martinez, Malacia. It's gonna have to be Fred.
Yeah.
So Fred, Eriksen, Donny.
Yeah.
And then Sancho on the right, Ronaldo up top, and then it has to be Rashford on the left.
Yeah, okay, fair.
Unless he wants to play Garnacho, which I'm not too sure.
Yeah, I think that's fair. That's fair. And I think with this question here, big up Alex. I would say Milinkovic-Savic on that would probably potentially be a name. I think Malacia was definitely a name, and Martinez. So I'll probably say 3. I think Gakpo has kind of come out of the woodworks now more because we didn't get Anthony. So I don't think the names would have been on the list. He might have been like third one down, the potentials, because definitely Ten Hag knows the Dutch league. But yeah, I think Martinez, Eriksen actually as another one. So Martinez, Eriksen, Milinkovic-Savic, and Malacia. Garner's a good shout. Big up, Jarvis. I love that. Big up, man. Hope you well, bro. And Martial for me starts if he's fit. But if he's not fit, then but
Martial, he's fit. Starts.
Yeah. Because I think
I'd love Garner to start.
I think he'll be back for Liverpool. He'll be back for Liverpool, man. We know how long he takes to recover from injuries. He's not like them other spring chickens that are back training a week later, man.
But I'll be honest, I think Donny van der Beek's the biggest one. I really want to see Donny van der Beek given a chance now.
He was good when he came on, by the way, you lot. He was
you see that little pass they played to Sancho?
Was good. His movement was good. He done a sick flick round the corner as well. That was literally in front of me. Yeah.
And then obviously, I said it, him and Ronaldo seem to be making a little... they have a decent connection in my eyes from what we saw against Rayo Vallecano. So we're seeing it. But anyway, anything else you want to say before we wrap this up?
Nah, we're on tomorrow at 6 o'clock. Obviously, Trafford Tunnel. Make sure you subscribe down below. Me, Biz, Sarfo, rest of the gang, Statman, everything. We're Trafford Tunnel, Man United channel down below in the blue link. Make sure you like this video as well for Statman. Make sure you subscribe. Get him on the way to 6K. I'm on with Saeed tomorrow at 5 o'clock. Then with you at 6 o'clock. So, yeah, I'm done for the night now, man. It's 30 degrees. I need to go out in the garden, boy.
What are you saying, Biz?
Yeah, man. All good, man. Make sure you hit the notification bell. Like and subscribe up the thing. I think might be back for Thursday, for a quick little recap of Academy kicking off the season away to Arsenal. So, yeah, I should be back on Thursday, man.
Biz getting spotted in that.
Yeah, come on,
of course. Nah, explain it, Mr. Celebrity.
Mr. Celebrity, you know.
The players.
We'll leave it for another day. Man. I'll pick up those.
Calm. But I think I should be back tomorrow with Harj, innit? I can't even remember what time we do our show. I think it's around 4, innit?
You're going to have to do the Morata talk again.
Hard wants Morata.
That's what I'm saying. And you don't. That's what I'm saying.
But anyway, well, I might do like a little, like, what do you call it? One player every Premier League club should sign in.
Yeah, something like that needs,
I want to do that tomorrow with Hodge. But yeah, big up everyone for watching. Big up Ricky and all of that stuff.
Oh, yeah, actually, quickly, just a quick plug. Yeah, please subscribe to Never a Foul as well. Manchester United is Trafford Tunnel for Man United content. But please subscribe to Never a Foul as well. We're at 4K now. And that's our generic content. Me and Bains are on there on Thursday. And we talk about all different clubs on that one. So I do love that show with Daps, man. So big up. And you can follow me, obviously, right in front of you, man. And big up Biz every single time.
But big up everyone for watching. We'll be back soon.